Hello. We're here with Emily Mitchell of the Council on Aging for an update for the new year. Looking forward to hearing what she has in store. Hi, Emily.
Thank you for having me, as always.
Great to have you.
And we're thrilled. I have to say, January and February are very busy months for us. We have a lot going on, new programs, recurring programs. So if you haven't come in before, the new year is a great time to stop on in, for sure.
I've seen a lot of new faces already at the center in January.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So they can avail themselves of all your new opportunities too.
Absolutely,
new
yes.
and old. Continuing.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
So the first one I wanted to mention is the least fun of all of the things. Tax season. I know, it's hard to believe that it's so quickly approaching. But as we have in years past, we're partnering with AARP and their tax aid volunteers. So folks can come in, sign up with us to have their state and federal income taxes done by certified volunteers, and that process is free. It's not age limited, so you don't have to be a senior to take advantage of the program. It's not income limited either. They do have a specific scope of work, so sometimes if people have really complex returns or different property ownership, that type of thing, it may be beyond the scope of the volunteers. Some guidelines when you come in, or if you have any specific questions, we can connect you to the volunteers to make sure it's a good fit before you make your appointment.
Okay.
But the way it works is you give us a call. It's for Harwich residents only if you're calling us at the Harwich COA. You'll make an appointment, and the appointments actually take place at the Center. So you're a Harwich resident, you make your appointment here in Harwich, but you actually go over to Chatham for your appointment with the volunteers.
And are there specific days that they're doing it, did you say?
Yes. So it's Mondays and Wednesdays starting February 3rd. So it's every Monday and Wednesday except for President's Day, which is the 17th, I believe. And they have 8 appointments per day. And we are providing transportation to the 2 early morning 8:30 appointments on Wednesdays. So if you're looking for COA van transportation over to the Chatham Community Center, we're blocking off those 2 appointments each week. You need a ride, and we'll bring you over to the Community Center in Chatham.
Okay, so if people have any questions, they can call you.
Most definitely.
Yep.
Yes.
Make an appointment and find out what the parameters are and
Yes.
also about the transportation.
Yes.
Okay.
So they fill up quickly, so if you're looking to have one of these appointments, I recommend you giving us a call sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Imagine they do.
Yes. Yeah. People. I mean, it's a great program. You can't blame folks for taking advantage of it.
It's a great program.
Yes. So we're excited about that. Although it's not the most fun topic, but it's important, and we all have to do it. So
it's more fun if you have someone to help you with it, I would think.
Definitely. And all the volunteers, they are trained by the IRS every year. They go through background checks and that type of thing. So no need to worry on that end if that was a concern.
Great.
Yeah, so that's
Thank
the
you.
first one.
Okay.
And then we have a couple of other more fun programs that I'm excited to tell you about. So our newest staff member, Julie Wheatus, who hopefully folks have met in the last few months since she started in September, is starting a poetry reading group. She's going to do it on the 3rd Wednesday of every month. Today's actually her first session, but the next session will be before I'm back on Channel 18, so I just wanted to mention it now.
And what time of day is that?
It's from 2 to 3 in the afternoon. So the way she's doing it is she's picking a theme for each month, and then folks can bring in their favorite poems that relate to that theme or anything they've written. If they don't want to do the homework ahead of time, she'll bring in a couple of extra poems, so if people just want to listen or read. So it's more accessible to everyone, kind of regardless of how much prep you want to do ahead of time. So the theme for today is winter, and the theme for February is love. So that will be exciting. So the February date is February 19th, and that's the 3rd Wednesday of February.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're excited to get that
Great.
off the ground.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun new program.
Definitely, yes. So that's the first one I wanted to mention. And then again in February, before I'll be back on Channel 18, we have 2 other programs I wanted to highlight. So one is part 2 of our Aging in Place series. So we're trying to connect folks to information that'll be helpful to keep you in your home for as long as possible, to be safe and happy and have your wishes respected. So we are going to be focusing on kind of the nitty-gritty legal realities of aging in place. So we're going to be talking about healthcare proxy, power of attorney, and legal guardianship. And we're bringing in the Massachusetts Guardianship Academy to give this presentation. So they're the experts.
Great.
And they'll be providing that information and answering lots of questions. So just, encouraging people to make these plans so that they can communicate their wishes and have them respected.
Now, is that for Harwich residents only?
That will be open to anybody.
Okay.
So all of our programs, we target Harwich residents
Yes.
and Harwich seniors, but we won't be restricting based on
Okay.
residency.
Okay.
Yes.
And people should be calling to register for that?
Most definitely. So that one is Tuesday, February 4th at 11 a.m. We'll be serving lunch as well. So it'll be a nice, it'll be about an hour and a half that we'll have the folks from the Guardianship Academy here. And they should absolutely call ahead, I'd say by the week before, just so we have a head count for them.
Great.
Yeah, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, yeah. That'll be good information.
Most
Very
definitely.
important. Yep.
Yeah, and then the last one I wanted to mention is the same week, actually. It's Thursday, February 6th at 10:30 in the morning, and this is a census information workshop. So it's going to be COA staff and Brooks Free Library staff, and it's just kind of an informal discussion about what the census is, basics about what they will and won't ask, how you can expect to fill it out, what the timeline is for filling it out and follow-up. And then if folks have questions, we'll certainly do our best to answer them or to get answers from the experts and then communicate it back to folks if they had questions.
Okay. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about the census.
Certainly there has, and a lot of confusion.
And a lot of confusion, so
Yes.
it will be very helpful to get straight answers.
Yes, and for us, seniors and snowbirds have been identified as one of the hard-to-count groups in the area. So we really want to make sure that seniors and snowbirds, especially as they're leaving, know that they should fill out their information based on where they live and sleep most
Where their
of the
prime
time.
residence is, yes.
So we were just trying to get that information out there, clear up the confusion.
Oh,
and
that's very good,
make it
very
accessible.
helpful.
Yeah. So yeah, we have a lot
Okay.
coming up, and we're looking forward to all of it.
A lot of resources as usual.
Yes.
And you are very articulate in explaining them.
Oh, well, thank you. I hope so.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dinah.
It's great to see you.
You too.
This is Dinah Lane for Channel 18. Thank you so much.